Business in the 217, and what a better time to talk about getting downtown and making stuff happen as we all look to the end of the tunnel and that bright lights of getting through the pandemic. Downtown Springfield Incorporated's Lisa Clemmons Stott joins us for the WMAY Business in the 217. Lisa, it has been a very tumultuous year, but we do have businesses downtown and a lot of things happening, and I'm glad that we're able to connect with you to highlight some of these things. So let's first talk about the impact report that DSI has put together and what exactly that means for what people can expect in the future for downtown Springfield.
Well, Greg, it's great to be with you today. We put together an impact report looking back over 2020, which everyone knows was pretty much a pandemic year. And we were really proud of what Downtown Springfield Inc. and all of our businesses did to pivot and plan and make things happen for themselves. So from a DSI perspective, we tried a lot of new things. We did virtual cash mobs where we invited people to jump on a Facebook Live and shop at a small retail store to try to boost their sales during the pandemic. We held the largest event in Sangamon County throughout COVID, the Old Capitol Farmers Market. We had 3,000 people coming safely downtown to shop for fresh vegetables and fruits and everything, all summer long. And a really exciting part as we're looking forward is that we had 15 properties change hands downtown last year. So, as people have seen coming out of other economic recessions, entrepreneurs and other people really see some paths forward and they really can make some moves. And that has been happening downtown. So when I'm looking...
Yeah, I think it's remarkable that you've got such adaptation, you've got such evolution going on, even in the face of a global pandemic. And it speaks to those entrepreneurs and their ability to adapt in downtown Springfield.
Yes. And, we just had our annual awards and, one of our big awards is the Downtown Advocate. And that went to Mark Fornash of Cafe Moxo. And Mark ended up giving out 7,000 meals to people for free in 2020. I mean, it's crazy. He did a lot of it out of his own pocket. He did have some sponsors as well, but that was just a way for him to keep giving back and saying thank you to people who kept his business going.
And you also had other businesses, Buzz Bomb, for instance, and the Adams family, and some of the changes that were brought about with the city council and clarifying the tent issue. So a lot of adaptation and a lot of being able to just work within the parameters of a pandemic, which a lot of businesses did so very, very well, and they need to be commended for that. But you talked about some of the changing of the hands of some of the buildings and some of the newer things that are going to be happening. You'd mentioned before about some rooftop renovations. Tell us a little bit about that.
So there's a crowdfunding campaign going on right now. You can be part of property development in downtown Springfield. There is a very low entry fee for entering the public market crowdfunding platform. So just for an investment of $500, you can have a piece of the pie for that development. So that will be our first rooftop space when that is built. But I do know that there are some other property owners who are also looking at expanding that. And, as we look at being able to do some of these things, it's going to require some legislative changes at the local level. So we're hoping that we can keep working with the city the way we did during the pandemic to really relook at some of our ordinances, expand them, make them even more business friendly, and move some of these projects forward more quickly.
We're talking with Lisa Clemmons Stott, Downtown Springfield Incorporated, with the WMAY morning news feed. And something else that people are really looking forward to is when we can all get back together again. I know downtown Springfield is known for the St. Patrick's Day parade, for instance. That was canceled and possibly looking at a future date down the road. But you've got other events as well. Still a fluid situation. What kind of hope do we have?
Yeah, it's really fluid right now. I mean, the Old Capitol Farmers Market is an essential service, so that will be starting in May no matter what. I know that festival organizers are really looking at the rollout of the vaccine and how it affects them. The first one out of the gate usually is Legacy of Giving Festival, the first weekend in June. The Fat Ass 5K is also in May. That attracts thousands of people. The Lincoln Half Marathon is usually in April, and that attracts thousands of people. What we're hearing from people is that it's probably going to be July at the earliest for a lot of things. The Fat Ass 5K is scheduled for October. And when you look at the St. Patrick's Day parade, they had a great idea last year, not knowing how long the pandemic would last, that they maybe would do the 6-month anniversary of St. Patrick's Day. So I think they're looking at something like that. no matter what, we're planning on doing the Levitt Amp Springfield series because it's, on a large block, you can have social distance pods and things like that you've seen in other cities. We're looking to start that in June on Thursday nights.
Very much looking forward to getting those updates with Lisa Clemmons Stott from Downtown Springfield Incorporated here on the WMAY morning news feed. And something coming up here in very short order. You're looking at an event February 12th to celebrate Lincoln's birthday downtown. What's going on?
So, downtown is back open. We're in phase 4. You can safely visit all your favorite bars, restaurants, and shops. So our downtown businesses thought, let's make it not a Valentine's Day on February 12th, which is also Lincoln's birthday. Let's make it Palentine's Day. So grab your best friends and come downtown. The shops will all be open late that night. They'll be open from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's a state holiday. People might be looking for some fun to have on a 3-day weekend since you can't travel as much anymore. So we're going to have everything down there for you, and it'll be fun.
Lisa Clemmons Stott, looking forward to touching base more and keeping people updated with what's going on downtown Springfield here on the WMAY Business in the 217. Have a great day and be safe out there, all right?
Thanks, Greg. You too.